Birria Chili. That's right, Birria Chili. So delicious, so good, creamy, knocks off the chill in the fall. Trust the process, believe in yourself. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's start by cutting up our onion. This was one large white onion. You can cut this onion up exactly how you like it. You want it fine diced and you don't feel it in the chili or taste it, you know what I mean? I like white onions, they're a little more intense, I think, than a sweet onion. Now we got our garlic. I'm gonna use the whole head in this chili. I love it, I make no excuses. It's just, who doesn't love garlic, right? Now let's do our meat. We're gonna chop this up into good sized cubes. Nothing fancy, don't impress anybody. I've already picked through this, gotten all the fat that I want to get off of it. Get yourself a can opener, open up your cans. Your tomatoes you need to drain. Do not drain your beans. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So we have our chili mix. You can use any chili powder you want. You can use any combination of chili powders. If you want to make your own, that's fine. You want to buy it in the store. You just want to use that big container that says chili powder. You go right ahead. Whatever you like. This powder is for the whole thing. You can add 2 if you want to, but it's a lot. We're gonna bloom this right after we do the onions, and I'll show you how they do that. So we wanna turn this on probably a medium high. We're gonna add some olive oil in the pan. You can use any kind of oil, really, a neutral oil that you want to get that oil to temp. I recommend a heavier pan. It'll retain the heat better and it won't scorch so fast, but you are gonna have to watch it. And when we get this together, you're gonna have to stir this for every 20 minutes or so for about an hour. Put it in there. I don't think you need to salt this to sweat it out. We're just trying to get these things cooking. To properly bloom spices, it really just is oil and spices. I've got the onion in here, it's got plenty of oil. This is how I'm gonna do it. So you put in your spices now, and you can put in cayenne pepper if you wanna add a little heat, but I'm just gonna use this Shelby seasoning. And really what you're doing is you're just kind of cooking the spices a little bit. And what that does is it opens them up and it helps release their oils prematurely. I've found that once I do this, it makes the chili creamier. I don't know how else to explain it, smoother. I don't get any grittiness from the herbs. And don't worry about what it looks like. You want those herbs to absorb as much as possible. You can add a little more oil if you feel, but this is really dry and that's perfectly fine. At this point, we're gonna go ahead when those are basically cooked. Because you can smell it, they're really popping right now. I wish you could smell it, it's amazing. Add your garlic in and we'll get that heated up. Just keep stirring it because you don't want them to stick and burn. They're gonna stick a little bit, but that's okay. This will change your chili game. Just doing this, trust me on this. I don't know the science behind it. I just know it's amazing. Go ahead and get some liquid ready. Should have said that in the beginning. You're gonna want that ready once you start blooming. Go ahead and add in your first dose of your consommé. That'll help deglaze the pan, get everything blending together. We'll go ahead and get the second one in there. Okay, so you see the chili's already coming together. Let's go ahead and get everything else in there. Let's get our tomatoes. We like the tomatoes for texture primarily. They do add a lot of flavor, especially if you get the flavored diced tomatoes. Let's get our beans in there. Now it looks like chili. It's gonna taste like chili. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this up to temperature. And if you notice, I haven't added any salt yet. There was enough salt in my consommé that I believe should make this good, but we're gonna taste it at the end. We'll adjust the salt if we need to. But we're gonna get this up to not boiling, but above simmer, and then we'll take it back down and just simmer this for about 2 hours. Like I said, this is done in half an hour. We'll simmer it for 2 hours, stirring every 20 minutes or so, because those beans will thicken and kind of congeal. Anybody who's made chili knows this. They'll thicken and congeal and settle to the bottom, and that's where they'll start to burn. So you don't want that. I mean, you're gonna get some, it's just gonna happen. I haven't added the meat yet because I don't wanna add that till it gets to temperature, because I don't want to cook for 2 hours and just fall apart and be mush. Now, if you're gonna constantly stir it, you can put it on high. That's absolutely okay. But if you're gonna constantly stir, but if you're not, you're gonna walk away for a minute because you got other stuff to do, which I never recommend leaving stuff cooking on the stove that isn't being simmered, then you want to put it on a medium. This masa harina, I think is what it's called. I could be wrong, but this masa for thickening, I've never used it. I'm truly not understanding why people use it, because you can always reduce the liquid. So if I was to have a pot and I wanted it thick, I'm going to thicken it with stuff. I'm not going to thicken it with this. I don't want a thick soup. I want a heavy stew. That's basically what chili is. So I've never used this as a thickener. I'd add some more beans. That'll help thicken it up. Or I'd add more meat, or I'd cook it down for another hour. But absolutely use it if you feel like your chili's too thin or you kind of screwed up and added too much liquid. Absolutely use it. I've just never done it because I start from the ground up, and I know I'll start with less liquid and add more if I need to. And the masa is a traditional add-on to a bowl of red. So that's obviously why it's there, but I think I've used it once and it just didn't add anything for me. Okay, now it's been about 15 minutes and we've stirred it. I'm gonna add a little salt, but chili powder. Straight up, just plain old chili powder. We love this stuff, and most chilies, no matter how much of the Shelby's we put in, we always add this. I don't bloom this because I don't really know how much I want to add depending on how much volume I have of chili. So for this batch, I'm going to add a little sprinkling, probably about a tablespoon at a time. I've added as much as probably a quarter cup. We just really do like this stuff. So I'm going to give it a little sprinkling. That might be, I don't know, some will disagree, maybe 2 tablespoons. And we'll work it in. You can already see it's about to start to boil. Again, you don't want to stop stirring really, or gently stirring because you don't want to break those beans up. And then when it really does start to, you know it's going to boil, then turn it down to simmer. You don't want it to boil. You don't want those beans to start falling apart on you. And then you can taste test. Every time you stir, taste it. We'll see you back here in a little bit. It's been about an hour and I added the meat and didn't realize the camera was backward because I wanted to get it away from the heat so it doesn't overheat. Anyway, I added the meat. After just 1 hour, I added the meat. I did nothing else, but I think it's doing good with seasoning. I might season it up a little bit later, but I need this to reduce down a little bit. But aside from that, we're on track every 20 minutes. All right, I've stirred it every 20 minutes and the chili is done. It's been about 2 hours since I started it, and it is amazing. It is really good. It's thicker. The flavors have developed. Everything's mellowed out. Even the heat that came from the chili de árbol in the original birria has kind of calmed down a little bit. I didn't use that much, but it was enough for us. And look at that. We look at it, just look at it. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's bowl this up and taste it. Okay, everybody, the chili's done. It took about 2 hours for the cook time, but the birria, which is in my other video, that took another 2 hours. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but this is the best chili. And I'm telling you, if you've never had birria chili, but you like the birria tacos, you're gonna love this stuff. Without further ado, let's get Trina here and see if she tries it, okay? Trina! Trina!
Coming.
Oh my goodness,
So
gosh.
tight.
You knew I was doing this. What are you
I know,
doing?
but I got cut up.
No, I'm sorry. I made the birria, it's done. I know you've been
Smells good.
talking about it for a little bit, so you wanna try it? Here, give it a shot.
Okay. It smells so
There's
good.
cilantro if you don't want that on that.
Yeah, I do want
I
some
do.
of that.
I'll try it too with you.
It's got that deep flavor.
Yeah, it does. That deep flavor, it's amazing.
Mm.
The birria, it was kind of happened by accident. I just decided one day I had extra consommé and I was going to throw it in the chili because, you know, I thought it might work. Haven't gone back since. I made this birria just for the chili, and that's what I do. I don't make those tacos that often, but I will make it for the chili. So it is delicious and it's full of flavor, and it's just, everyone will love it. So trust the process, believe in yourself. You can do this. If we can do it, you can do it. See you next time.